You got this, man. Knock it out the park.
Yeah. Hello and good morning, everyone. My name is Yuri Chamarelli, and we are starting our webinar right now at 11 a.m. New York time. And today we're going to be showing you guys a little bit about PLCnext technology and also our Visionplus visualization platform. Okay, just a disclosure over here. This is a webinar. It's live. We are live right now, but there's a 20 seconds delay from us to you guys watching it. So if you have any questions, please just post on the Q&A chat, and we're gonna take a look at them, and we will take some breaks over here and answer all the questions. Okay, so feel free to ask any questions on the Q&A, and we will be addressing them before the end of this webinar. Okay. So let me start by introducing ourselves today. So first of all, you have me, Yuri Chamarelli, and I'm the lead product marketing specialist for PLCnext controllers and also software. And I'm being joined by Arturo Winstead, who is our product marketing specialist for HMI and visualization products and also IPCs. So we have a little game plan put together for today, what we want to show you guys very quickly and in a very easy way. So some of you are already familiar with PLCnext Engineer, which is our platform now used to program PLCnext controllers. And you all know that OPC UA it's a big protocol that we use, and we use that protocol to communicate with panels and HMIs. And those panels, right, they are programmed by the use of a platform named Visionplus. And that's how you deploy your visualization, your graphics to that interface. Okay, we're gonna be showing you guys how easy it is to get data from PLCnext controllers to panels using OPC UA today. All right. So let me just give you guys a little run on what it is and what is PLCnext technology to begin with. And I always kind of go into that before the webinars. And it is a digital transformation platform. Okay. And when we say that, is PLCnext technology, it's really designed to allow the OT, okay, the operation technology of today and of the 10 years in the past to communicate and connect with the new world IT technology, which is IoT or IIoT, by use of technologies like Linux operating systems and protocols like OPC UA and MQTT, right? That's how we make it happen. And we like to say we are open, and we are open because of the Linux operating system, and we are IIoT ready. So the PLC comes with like many cloud connections already configured, and we are revolutionary. And revolutionary is really on that side of being able to do PLC runtime and also Linux and other programming languages like Python, JavaScript. So that is all in the platform, all interconnected with the runtime. So it's the flexibility of the Linux plus the reliability of a PLC system. So we still have the PLC runtime, the reliability and ruggedness that PLCs have. It is industrial, has all the approvals, it prioritizes tasks and things that are important to operation, but also has all the IT Linux-based interface in there that can be used to many applications out there now. So on the next slide, now I'm going to show you guys the IIoT ready it's really about connecting to any cloud. Okay, so we can do just about any cloud services in this PLC today, which is basically powered by the Linux OS. So using Linux, we can connect to any of those systems securely and pass data to any cloud. We like to say any data, any cloud. Okay. So in the next slide, also, I'm gonna be talking to you guys about this revolutionary automation. Okay, and what is that coming from? It's really from the PLCnext runtime, and the PLCnext runtime is a application runs on Linux, okay, and allows that PLC to prioritize what's important. And how do you program that real time? So you program the real time using traditional PLC programming techniques, ladder logic, structured text, function blocks, SFC, sequential functional chart. So that's how you do it. And to do that, we have a platform which is actually free of charge called PLCnext Engineer. Okay, and that platform is what I'm going to be showing you guys today very quickly, because my goal is to create a small program and create a OPC UA connection, so we can show you guys how easy it is to connect to Visionplus. All right, so I think also it's important to say you guys can download that platform anytime at that download link. I'm going to be posting the download link on the Q&A right now. And you guys just please check it. And if you have any questions on how to get the download, and Troy is showing you guys right now, you're going to go to that link, you're going to open the web page, and you're going to go under the tab downloads, and you're going to find the software over there, and you can just download it for free. All right, so now let me open my software over here. I'm going to show you guys the first small program we're going to be creating, and also how you set up your OPC UA connection. Okay, so let me share my screen. All right, so I believe you all can see my screen right now, and this is how PLCnext Engineer looks when you open for the first time. There is basically nothing on the left side. It's just empty. So the first thing we do is to find the device you want to program. If you have your PLC connected to your computer through any kind of network, you just need to go to Project, double click, and you have this online controllers button over here. You press that, you select the interface adapter, and in my case, I'm doing over Wi-Fi, and then you scan the network. Okay, when you do that, you will find a controller. Okay, in my case, I have one over here. It's a AXCF2152, and you select the device, and you can add to the project by right-clicking on it and add to the project, or you can click on this plus on the top over here. So I'm going to add to the project, and what it asks me is, what's my firmware version, right? You can check that in the web page for the controller. If you go to your web browser and just type the IP address of your controller, you get to this page, and then you can easily log in, and it will tell you the firmware version on the top over here. Okay, so I have 2021.0.2. So back on the software, you're gonna pick like the latest one that is compatible with the version you have in your device. And in my case, it's 2021.0. Okay, select that, hit OK, and then you're gonna see like a project tree will build itself on the left side. So you already have an environment set up to start working. And then the first thing you want to do is, in this case, we're going to be creating a program. So to create a program, you just go to the right side under components over here, drop down the menu, go to local, click over programs with a right click, add a program, and that's it. You can change the name if you want it. I'm just going to leave as new program. And then you double click on that, and it prompts you with options for how you're gonna be coding for that program instance. I'm going with ladder logic, just for the sake of saving some time over here today. And I'm gonna create something really simple. I'm gonna add an AND port, and I'm gonna add, you know, 2 contacts to that logic, C01, C02, and over here I'm going to add a coil and close it. So now I already have a logic. It's an AND port logic, of course, and I can make sure those variables are declared by just hitting over here and making var, creates a new local variable. And once I create those variables, okay, I want to make sure they are OPC UA, because today is all about OPC UA, right? So how do I do that? I go under variables, which is the variable list of your program. And under OPC, I check the boxes, okay? That's it. Last but not least, you need to make that program runnable by your task. And that's going to be on the PLCnext. And remember that all PLCnext controllers, they have 2 cores. That's why you see ESM1 and ESM2. Okay, so under ESM1, you can add a new task. You can name task 1, and you have an option over here of selecting a program type, which is the one you just created. All right, this is it. Your program is ready to kind of like run right now. We just need to make sure the OPC UA has the right configurations for this demo, okay? And again, OPC UA configurations, they will be different depending on what kind of OPC UA device, right? What kind of OPC UA client you're connecting to. So the PLCnext controllers, they are OPC UA servers. So they connect to clients. Example of clients: Ignition, ThingsWorks, PTC, okay? Pretty much any Hmi panel, those are clients, okay? Visionplus and the HMIs we sell, they also OPC UA clients, okay? So clients, they have different configurations. The configuration I'll be showing you guys today is for Phoenix Contact OPC UA clients, okay? So one thing over here, sometimes you gotta fix the network, okay? For the project, make sure the network matches the PLC network using .1.2. And now to configure the OPC, right, on the left side you see where it says OPC UA, just double click on that, and the configuration is really easy. So under basic settings, you want to change the visibility of your variables from known to marked, and those are the ones you marked with a little checkbox, okay? Under security, you need to make sure your security policies will match the client. For this client, we're using only 256. So I'm gonna say yes to both 256s and no to everything else that is not 256. And for application, we are not using certificates. We are using the self-signed certificate that Phoenix Contact devices have in between each other. So I can uncheck this this box. Discover server, I don't need to change it. As well, the file system, I don't need to change it. Okay, so now I can go ahead and deploy this project by right-clicking on my CPU and writing and storing the project. Okay, we'll prompt you up with a password request. You hit OK, and boom, it's deployed. It's ready to go. So I'm gonna take a little break right now, so I also can give you guys time for questions. And Atro will present Visionplus to you guys, and then I'm gonna come back later, and I'm gonna show how from here I connect to Visionplus. Okay, and you can see already my program is online and running. And if I go to my program, I can see that I can change my variables. I can even force them from false to true. See over here, didn't close yet because it is a AND port. So I need to make the other one positive. And now my coil is positive. Okay, so it's working right here, right now. So I'm gonna wait for a Tro to show you guys all the HMIs and the Visionplus software, and then I come back and I show Visionplus. Okay. Atro, take it away.
Wow, Yuri, that seems very easy, and you broke that down very well. Thank you for that. But now let's get into Visionplus. Let's see. Okay, everyone should see my screen now. So Visionplus Express is a very powerful engineering tool that can partner very well with the PLCnext software. So let's break this down. What is Visionplus Express? Visionplus Express is a free software for visualization on HMI screens. It's derived from a full SCADA package with high quality graphics. This software involves a lot of advanced technology such as alarming, trending, data logging, recipe handling, and even remote screen access via a Visionplus Mobile App that I will talk about briefly a little later today. So now we have a brief idea of what it is. It's a visualization software package. Let's talk about how it actually helps you. So some customers out there, they may already want to connect this to a PLCnext, but there are some instances where they are attached to a legacy piece of technology, whether that be a third-party PLC or something along those lines. Visionplus has the capability to not only connect to Phoenix Contact's PLCs, but also a various amount of other PLCs out there with pre-installed drivers already into the software. And again, this is all free. You do not have to purchase this separately. So you can speak via OPC/DA, or even Siemens, Rockwell, Modbus TCP, even some Beckhoff products. So we not only talk to our own products, but we also work very well with other products to help people transition from the legacy applications over to the newer products, which would then be the PLCnext. It also helps you with the integrated symbols library that's already involved inside of the software upon download. And again, this is a free download on our USA website. All you have to do is search for the article number, which I have posted in the section, in the Q&A section. If you click that link, go to the downloads tab, you will then see the link for the free software. But again, this software offers a lot of things, many integrated graphical library elements. There's a lot of different animations that you can do with the image inside of it. And if you don't see an image that you desire at that given time, you can also import your own images, whether that be JPEG, BMP files. PNG files, or whatever need be. You can also edit those files with VBA scripting and create your own type of symbols and graphics inside of this software. So this can help you in many different ways when creating screens. Also, another key thing that I briefly talked about was Visionplus Mobile App. This gives you that IIoT aspect inside of your visualization software, where you simply connect your HMI panel via Ethernet to an access point, and then you download the mobile app on your iOS or your Android device, and you can literally go into your application, monitor it, whether it be alarms, checking some trend logs, or just seeing what data is being collected in the midst of your application. And then you can even read or write to that application. However, in certain instances, it can become very dangerous. So we caution you when you're writing data to an active application, because you don't want to harm anyone that may be in the midst of the vicinity. Now we talked about what Visionplus is. We talked about how it could potentially help you. Let's talk about some of the product offerings that we have available today. So let's start out with our basic HMI series. So this is called the BTP 2000 series. There's many different screen sizes from 4 to 10 inches. These are all analog resistive touchscreen HMIs. They're made for indoor applications, and they also have a high class UL approval, which is the class 1 division 2 hazard location approval. Again, these are all logoless bezels with a plastic housing, and they're at your disposal. Just to give you an idea of what the list price of these are, we're starting at the $495 list price for 7-inch. So they're very price competitive in that aspect, and you can get a lot of bang for your buck. Now, touching bases on some of our more powerful standard HMIs, this would be our TP 3000 series. Now, this is your more rugged, full metal housing bezel. This has a larger range of screen sizes, and it not only has resistive screen technology, but it also has capacitive touchscreen technology. So just to put that in real world terms, if you have a cell phone, a smart cell phone, you have pinch and zoom features on your cell phone, you can do that same thing with this capacitive touch HMI right here. Now, the resistive touchscreen technology is just a single point touch. Those are more so for applications where customers are using those heavy duty gloves and there's not a lot of gestures involved with the application. So we have a lot of products to fit your needs depending on your application. Some of you may have noticed that there is a QR code listed underneath the image of the HMIs. If you have your Android or Apple device, you can simply open up your camera, hover over that QR code, and then you will actually see a virtual reality of this panel itself right in front of you. If you click that link, it would then prompt you to go to the virtual reality. You can also place this into your space with the button on the bottom right corner of that. It says view in my space. If you click that, it will show it in real time, potentially right in front of you. So there's a lot of cool features that we have for marketing, should I say, in our HMI catalog. And these are one of the things that we are really promoting today, which is the QR code, and gives you just a virtual reality of what this product really entails. Shifting gears a little bit, our outdoor HMI. So this is an extension of our TP 3000 series. As you may see, the WT at the end of that is actually an indication for wide temperature or outdoor HMIs. These are fully anodized aluminum bezels with IP65 or 67 class protection, with a wide temperature range from -30°C to +70°C, and it's sunlight readable. So this can be directly outside in those robust areas, and it has a unique touchscreen technology, which is called the glass film glass resistive touchscreen. So you can use those heavy duty gloves and not worry about the the UV deterioration from the sunlight, like some of the other resistive polyester film HMI touchscreens that we have in our portfolio. So we have a wide range of HMIs that can be used in your applications. There's one other HMI that we have that I really like a lot, actually. And this is our marine HMI panels. So this is, again, just an extension of our TP3000 series. This has a full range of marine approvals. These are meant for offshore applications, whether that be engine rooms on a bridge or like on some type of shipyard or something like that. So we have a wide range of HMIs that can fit your needs for your application. And not only will it talk to Phoenix Contact PLCs, but it'll also help you transition from a legacy PLC over to Phoenix Contact PCs. And I know some OEMs are really pleased with that thought because they don't have to worry about learning a new visualization software every single time they're working with a new customer. They can just simply download Visionplus for free, develop their screens as they need, and then change out the communication drivers as needed. Now, if you're looking for a little bit more horsepower under the hood when it comes to performance and potentially even storage, maybe you're doing a very extensive data logging application where you need, let's say, 100 gigs of storage just to log data for over a year. We have the option to turn your IPC into an HMI. So what that actually means is you configure your PC to your likings, whether it be 12-inch screen or even a 21.5-inch screen, depending on the application. And then you can configure out all of your RAM, your operating system that you desire, and also the storage amount that you desire. And this all is a prepackaged deal, configured to your likings and made to your likings. And if you're looking for pricing or anything like that, please reach out to your local sales and check out the extranet as well. There's one thing that doesn't directly pertain to Visionplus. However, I have to give a huge shout out to the PLCnext. This is just such a great product that we have to offer, and I'm really enthused by what it can actually do. Right now on your screen, you may notice it says HTML5 web panels. You may be thinking, well, I thought we were talking about touch panels and Visionplus. In this particular instance, the PLCnext is so great, it actually has a built-in web server, and our HTML5 panels work very well with that. So you may be thinking, what the heck is an HTML5 web panel? Let me break that down for you. So it's easy, it's open, and it's universal. It does not require any local software to download. You simply enter in an IP address and you point to the web server. In this case, it would be the PLCnext. Then from there, you would then display whatever the PLCnext has to offer. And that's just simply by building the screens within the PLCnext engineering, which can be a topic for another day. But what that actually means is you're not tied to any specific communication protocol. So no Profinet, no Modbus TCP or RTU. Simply plug in an Ethernet cable, connect it via an access point or directly to the PLC, and boom, you're displaying whatever that PLC has to offer. And this is a very great product offering that can just go hand in hand with the PLCnext. We actually have two products in the WP or web panel family, and this would be our WP 4000 series or our basic web panel 2000 series. It's essentially the same concept of the TPs when you have the basic touch panel 2000 and the touch panel 3000 series. It's the same concept. You have your more powerful standard WP 4000 series, and then you have your basic web panel 2000 series. And again, there is a QR code on this screen if you would like to see a virtual image of this product. And these are very aggressively priced. So if you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to me on behalf of that. But please do not confuse the two. These are two separate entities. So the touch panels, the TP3000 and the BTP2000 series, is a closed system that solely operates with the Visionplus Express runtime. And this is in partnership with a PLC. So you need the Visionplus software to operate the touch panels. The web panels, on the other hand, are HTML5 based. So you simply just enter in the IP address, you target the web server, and you display that. So I don't want you to confuse the two, and I hope I didn't do so in the process. But we have a great product portfolio offering in our IPC and HMI portfolio to partner with our PLCnext. Now, I do want to address some of the application areas that these really go and work well in. We have the wind and energy applications, the photovoltaic, which is solar, traffic control, whether that be on the turnpike, I-95 or 81, wherever you live. We also have machine building applications, whether that be in the automotive or even some newspaper or printing applications. Believe it or not, there's still some out there. The water and wastewater applications and the maritime, that's your offshore marine panels right there. So we have a wide variety of applications that you can utilize these products in at any given time. But just to conclude a little bit on our HMI offerings and our value proposition, remember that this visualization software is not closed. You're not locked to just the Phoenix Contact protocols. You are open to many different protocols that are already built into the system. These are pre-downloaded drivers that are already in the software upon download. So you can talk Modbus, TCP, OPC UA, Ethernet IP, and so on and so on. And another good thing is the software is free. So like some of our competitors out there, you're not getting charged $60,000 just to download the software itself for a wide range of panels that you have out in your field. You simply go to our USA website, you search for the article number 2402774, go to the downloads tab and you download the software. It's that simple. It's free software that you can use and begin testing today. Also, it's scalable. So whether using an HMI or even an IPC, you have the capability to do so inside of the software and not worry about all of the headaches that go along with trying to upscale your project to a bigger platform. And one huge thing that we have to offer, I know Phoenix Contact has the LLW, but in this case, an HMI is not really considered something that you would want around for a lifetime. As technology advances, you want to improve upon your visualization aspects as well. So we are not a part of the LLW. However, we do have an industry-leading warranty, which is a 5-year limited warranty when purchased with a power supply and surge protection. So that is an industry-leading warranty that we really stand behind today. And quite frankly, we don't get many failures when it comes to these HMIs. So we really are proud to say that we have an industry-leading warranty across the board, not only with the LLW, but also with our HMIs and even IPCs today. And last but not least, the global aspect of Phoenix Contact itself. Phoenix Contact is not just a small mom and pop shop located somewhere in someone's basement. This is a global company where you have service capabilities across the world, whether that be in the United States, Canada, Mexico, Brazil, Europe, China, wherever it need be. We're everywhere that you need to service your products, whether that be with technical support or just ordering. It's that simple. And honestly, this is why Phoenix Contact should be your #1 choice for HMI operator panels. And I appreciate all of you for listening through that. I know it was a lot, so if you have any questions, please, by all means, feel free to contact me via email, and I will gladly get back to you. And with that being said, Yuri, I'm going to pass it back to you, my friend.
Thank you. Thank you, Trill. Great job presenting all that. Really cool stuff. I have, of course, I'm gonna finish on the demo and show you guys how the connection gets through it. But we have a question over here, Trill. Maybe we want to address that question before we go ahead. The question is, can Visionplus be a SCADA application for electrical substations? And he says MEV 20,000 volts and high transmission and grid power substation. Can Visionplus be the SCADA system for those substations?
Potentially it can. Honestly, there's a lot of things that get involved when looking at large SCADA applications. So honestly, that's something that I would want to look at on a more eye-to-eye level. So if you want to take this off air, we can simply have a conversation and then actually discuss what nuances you want to get involved with this SCADA application.
Yeah, please you feel free to send us an email. I think we're going to publish our emails on the end over here, and you can send us an email with your questions at any time. So far, I can tell you we have done many applications for substations where we used Visionplus as a SCADA system. We have a power industry vertical market team, and they are specialized on pretty much power and substations and grid, and they can we could bring them in the loop, and they can explain to you guys how you know, how Visionplus applies to substations. But yes, we can do that. Does Visionplus have any conversion tools for other HMI software packages?
Direct conversion, it depends on what you're really trying to do. If you want to just take another company's screen and then replicate it directly on ours, in that aspect, it wouldn't really have a direct conversion tool. However, if you were importing tags or variables from another PLC, we do have the capability to import them into our software. So whether it be an L5K file or something along those lines, you can do that within Visionplus. And that was a great question, both of you. I appreciate that.
Yep, that's a great question. So, okay, I think if we have no more questions right now, I'm going to finish the demo, and then I come back and we can have more questions, okay? So when you open Visionplus for the first time, it will look like this, right? And so if you go to File and Project, okay? And by the way, just so I can tell you guys, we're still here, same place where I left. This is PLCnext Engineer. Now I'm gonna open Visionplus, and I'm gonna go to File, New, and the first thing it asks you is, what are you using for your visualization? What is the actual device where you're deploying this? And you can use IPCs, you can do this in Windows if you like it, or you can use the Windows CE platform, and that's where the panels are. And then you can select your panel over here, and those are like actual Phoenix contact devices, right? See? So I'm gonna just select any device over here just for the sake of showing the application. And then you hit next. And it asks you a few things, right? You want to add basic screens and all that. You can skip all that and hit finish, right? And now, before you create your screens, right, you want to know where your tags are, right? Where you bring your tags from. And as you know, on this demo, we bring in the tags from the OPC UA server. So that's really easy. You just go to the left side of here on the resources. And there's one that says OPC UA client. You add a new OPC UA tag, right? And that will open you a little tag browser, and you can add an endpoint. So go ahead and hit that. And my endpoint is opc.tcp, the IP address of my PLC, okay, port 4840. And for security, I'm using signed and encrypt. Okay. My username is admin. My password I know as well. And then hit OK. And that will add a new connection over here. And you can drop the menu down, and you can see all this information from the device. And the tags are going to be under this PLCnext, under ERP. Here are your tags, and those actual IO tags are like all the global. If you want to find those tags, the one we created, you have to find the name of your program under those drop down menus, and I know it's going to be under the ECLR, and it's going to have the name of my program, which is new program 1. And then you can see the tags, and you can see one is true, the other one is false. And if I toggle over here, everything is connected and online. If I toggle that to true, okay, everything goes true right now, and it's going to change right here, true, true, and true. Cool. And then I can select those tags and add to my program by hitting OK. Now I have those tags over here. under this drop-down menu. So it's comms, drives, and I have also on the OPC way, right here, C03, O2, and O1, and I can add them to my screens. So if I create a new screen, I can bring those tags in, okay? Now let me just, and everything is drag and drop. Okay, I'm not showing you guys right now, but it works with drag and drop. Let me answer the questions, and then if you guys have any other questions on the software over here, I can show as well. Okay. So we have a question on legacy pin. I don't think we have any other questions.
Yeah, Yuri, I'm answering them directly. Yeah, feel free to.
Someone is asking for the emails. Our emails are right here. Please just have it. So it's ychamarelli@phoenixcontact.com and Trill Winstead, and his email is winsteadmonroe@phoenixcontact.com.
I apologize in advance for the long email address. I am occurring in an alias, so it is relatively shorter for you guys. I have two last names, so apologize in advance.
All right. Well, any other questions for today? Yes, there's a question. We thought we had a X convert to convert MovieCon based programs. Yes, for MovieCon, we do have a conversion tool because MovieCon was developed by the same company which developed Visionplus. So we can bring from MovieCon to Visionplus. It's not a perfect conversion. It's not 100% bit by bit. But I want to say it's probably 85 to 90% conversion.
Yeah, and the rest of the 15% or whatever need be, we do have a full solutions team that can help convert that project from the old to the new. So whether it be MovieCon or even a panel view application, if we don't have the capabilities to directly drop in the application to Visionplus, we do have a full solutions team to help transition and convert that application over to Visionplus. In those instances, in the past, we have done this on a numerous amount of occasions, so it can be done. Simply just ask the question, and then we can get the ball rolling.
All right. All right, so there's a question over here. How can I define the type of the OPC way variable, like as OPC DA? Normally, I add new structures prototype, so the members order, add a new tag, server, commodity, type of the variable to the prototype. So that's a good question. In OPC UA, you don't need to do all that because OPC UA kind of breaks down for you already. So when you look at the tag over here, okay, and forget about the real-time DB, you're looking on the OPC UA client, right? So you have a client, you have a session for that client to that server, right? And your tags are coming from that server. And when you click at your tags, right, if you go under source control over here, properties, you can see on the right side over here, the tags are already broken down for you by type, node ID, okay? And it will tell you what kind of tag that is, right here. They are automatically sorted. I know what you're saying because OPCDA was a little different. There you go. They automatically sorted from the OPC UA client into your real-time databases. So if you see over here, they already show up down here, right? I'm clicking through it, and it shows as a bit type, which means it's a Boolean, right? Does that answer your question? Please let me know. Thanks, Tom. So I think the last thing I want to show you guys before we shut down for today is the options to get started. So I tried, explaining everything about HMIs. If you're using PLCs, you also have a scalable platform. So you have, the starter level PLC, which is the 1152, the one I'm using for this presentation. But if you need to scale your application, and let's say our colleague who was asking about doing SCADA assistance for substations, for that you want to have a lot of capability for processing a lot of I/O. So you want to go with something like the RFC. So, and the program platform is always the same. Everything is scalable and convertible in between devices. You don't lose anything you create for the smaller device when you migrate to a bigger device, okay? And if you're looking at getting started and learn the platform, here's a recommendation. We have this very cool starter kit. It's called PLCnext starter kit. You can just ask your Phoenix local rep on how to get one of those units. It's very, very economic. Really, we make zero profit on this thing. So it's very economic. You can acquire one. And you can get it started and get it testing. It comes with like an analog dial and the push buttons and things like that. So, and please let us know if you need any help. Okay, if that's it, I don't think anybody has any other questions. And I think we're good to go. And I appreciate your time over here. And I wish you all a very nice day and a very nice rest of your week.
Thank you, everyone.
Bye-bye.